manage game and don't ignore customers' feedback. I hope you're the person like that. Then let me ask you a question. How much do you know about AI?
AI means artificial intelligence. Recently, AI is most issued because of AlphaGo versus Lisedor's Badu. AI can learn how to deal with new problems because it is related with many disciplines like big data and brain science. But today, our science technology is not enough to make perfect AI, so no one can know how AI acts if it meets new problems that never met before.
Then what is the best ingredients for the best game?
I played a lot of games that won a Game of the Year prize, and they have some common characteristics. First thing is appropriate difficulty. Let's think that my game have two different difficulty, easy and hard. If easy is too easy and hard is too hard, average skilled player can't feel into it. And second thing is intuitive interface. People don't want messy menu. And the third thing is optimization. Provide the best condition to customer is very important, I think.
Mm, in teamwork, what kind of person do you want to work with?
Because I am a perfect person, I need a person who can point out my fault. If I don't know I am wrong, I can make same mistake later and it can be a big problem like butterfly effect. So pointing out my fault resultingly improve my skill. And because teamwork is division of labor, I want to work with person who is most skilled at his or her major.
Then what is the difference between mobile game and PC game?
I think first thing is accessibility. Mobile phone is light and computer is heavy. So mobile gamer can access mobile game easily outside. And second thing is different performance. Mobile phone gain mobility instead of performance. So mobile games physics engine and graphic is very low than PC. And final thing is operability. I can't say what is more comfortable because mobile phones touch technology and PC's mouse and keyboard have very different advantages.
Okay. What do you think about game restriction like shutdown?
I think it is very ridiculous now. Although its purpose is good, the way to solve game addiction is very useless. Mm. Uh, I think game shutdown is can only restrict Korean PC game, so it means that gamer can play abroad game free. So it is bringing about collapse of the domestic game industry.
And describe yourself.
I am very positive person. When I meet difficult problem, I always start to solve with some kind of mind that I can solve it. So I can endure whenever I feel frustrated because my mind is positive. I can sure my positive mind is very helpful for my work.
Then how do you prepare for the test or exams?
I am not planned person, so I usually start to study on a whim. Good thing of extempore studies is that I can study more my favorite subject than a hate subject. Of course, I can't get a good grade on hate subject. In the high school, I had to study all subjects, include hate subject, but in the college, I can choose what I want to run. So I think college is good.
And are you a team player?
Mm, I think I am quite good team player. On working, ability is good, but on teamworking, devotion and responsibility is also important. For example, last semester's creativity engineering basis class final exam was making future technology video. my teammates didn't know how to edit video, so I learned After Effects and made perfect video for my teammates.
Then why do you apply for this job?
When I first played game, I feel shocked because I can do what I can't do in real world, and I can make anything that I only imagine in my brain. So it can be realized if I learn computer programming and game engineering. That's why I choose this job.
What are your goals for the next 5 or 10 years?
First 5 years, I want to be a member of this game. I want to learn how to make fun game from updating and managing the existing game. And next 10 years, I want to make new game with my teammates. My final goal is to make my own game. As you know, it is very difficult because my idea should be commercialization and very fun. So I should persuade my teammates.
I think you're very motivated, but we need some kind of planned person. So she later.
Clear.
Hello, so as you saw in the job posting, we are finding new people to make our new challenging apps. Also, we are looking for a person who can communicate with us very well. Then let me ask you something. What is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness is to lose my final destination. That means I can my good habit is to split my work, and this habit helps me to do my work properly. But when I have done that, I lose my objectives. So I must rewind that.
Okay. And then if you should do teamwork, what position do you want? A member or a leader?
If I should do teamwork, then I want to be a member. I was a leader of the team, but I was not a good leader of the team. So I will change it my position, and I achieved the best jobs in my team. So I think the leader is not a good position for me to do.
I think so. What makes you angry?
The other person makes me angry is not a big problem, but when I find myself stupid, then I feel very angry. There is a very easy problem and very easy to solve it, but when I find the way to solve it, it takes so many times. So I feel very angry when I find myself stupid that time.
Don't think like that. What have you learned from your mistakes?
There's two things I've learned. The first thing is there's always mistakes in every work, and second is to recognize our mistakes. If we cannot recognize ourselves the mistakes, then we could be a problem.
Okay. And what are your goals for the next 10 years?
My next goal is to make my team and direct them and make my own application and programs. As I said, I'm not good reader, but my ultimate goal in 10 years old, whatever, I think I must be a reader.
And what do you think about mobile market?
There is a big customer in the mobile market. First is solo family, and second is the businessman. Because of the O2O service, the online to offline service, they don't need to consider about their housework like dishwashing, clothes, or even washing their cars. and they're keep growing. So mobile market will never end because of that.
What do you think about applying mobile application to objects?
I think that was a very awesome project, but I think there is so many side effects because first is security or personal problem, and second is technical problem. First is we can be shown and watched by someone, and second problem is there should be a situation that we can't control. I think the big organization or company must direct them.
Tell me why you want to make apps.
After the first smartphone opened by customer, I have used many many smartphones, and I have a question like this: Who made the application and how and why? And I draw an answer for it. We are just users, and even if we became an app maker or developmental, so in that point, I am very interested in, and we can make the application for customers, but we can be a customer when we need our application. So in that point, I'm very interested in. So I want to make apps.
Very impressive answer. Tell me the difference about C and Java.
Java is object oriented, so we don't need to make many functions to solve one problems. But if the functions be a lot, then we can find many errors and very easily. So Java is better than C, but C cannot make many functions. So I think Java is better than that.
Okay. How much do you know about app?
App is the best ingredients for the mobile phones, but there is some kind of nonsense in that point. You know, AlphaGo like AI can run in the internet or something, and they act based on what they have learned, but application can't do that. We must write down what they have to run and act. So in that point, app is not good than AI.
I think you should feel worthwhile after finishing your